He's been called a lot of things: a businessman, a showman, and someone who always seems to stir up strong feelings. From running businesses in New York City to being on reality TV and finally becoming the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump has done a lot of different things. His life is like a movie. A rich real estate guy? Yep. Reality TV star? You bet. He became famous in New York City, where he made a name for himself in the tough world of real estate. President of the United States? Believe it or not, that too. Going from a big-time businessman to a TV personality to the Oval Office is super unusual. His journey, which is hard to believe and sometimes confusing, has definitely changed American culture and politics. From his early days in real estate to hosting The Apprentice, Trump has always been great at getting people to notice him. Trump's story is a wild ride, with really high highs and really low lows. When he was president, he did some important things, but there were also a lot of problems. It's a story about wanting power, having lots of money, and being able to get attention, whether it's good or bad. He's really good at being in the news all the time, whether it's because of his decisions or because of scandals. Whether you like him, can't stand him, or just can't look away, you can't deny that Donald Trump has changed the way things work. He's had an impact on everything from the news to our culture to how we get along with other countries. Get ready for a wild ride. The Trump years have been a roller coaster of emotions, new policies, and how people reacted to it all. From the time he first showed up in the New York City real estate world, Trump seemed to love attention. His buildings, often with his name in big letters, became a symbol of how much he wanted to be famous. He was loud, bold, and obsessed with putting his name on everything, and people definitely noticed. His brand became a symbol of being rich, successful, and controversial. His big personality and even bigger goals would take him places no one could have imagined. From the glamorous world of Manhattan real estate to the world stage of politics, Trump's journey shows just how determined he is. But Trump's story isn't just about one man wanting to be famous. It's also about how American society and politics have been changing. It shows us what America is like, how much we care about money and famous people, how divided we are about politics, and how the news is always changing. It shows how America can be amazed by things and really angry about things too. Trump being president showed how divided our country is, but it also made us talk about problems that have been around for a long time. So get ready as we try to understand Donald J. Trump. His story isn't over yet, and it will affect people for a long time. Donald Trump was born into a rich family, so he could have had an easy life. His dad, Fred Trump, was successful in real estate, and the family had a comfortable life. But that wasn't his style. Even when he was young, Donald was driven and ambitious, which made him stand out. He joined the family business, called Elizabeth Trump and Son, because he really wanted to make a name for himself. He quickly set his sights on Manhattan. The excitement of the big city, with its tall skyscrapers and busy streets, was something he couldn't resist. New York City in the 1970s was a tough and chaotic place, with a lot of crime and a bad economy. But Trump saw opportunity in the middle of all the problems. Where others saw things falling apart, he saw a chance to make things new. He jumped into the world of real estate development, determined to become successful. Real estate is known for tough deals and big personalities, and Trump did well in that world. He used his charm and business skills to make powerful friends. Trump, who loved drama and believed in himself a lot, fit right in. He fixed up old buildings, built shiny skyscrapers, and turned run-down properties into valuable real estate. And he put his name on everything. The Trump brand became a symbol of luxury and being rich. His early projects, like the Grand Hyatt Hotel and Trump Tower, weren't just buildings. They showed his vision and how ambitious he was. These buildings became symbols of his bold style and his drive to succeed. They showed that he could take big ideas and make them real. He changed the way Manhattan looked, and in doing so, he made himself famous. The Trump name became a big deal in real estate, but his journey wasn't always easy. There were challenges and problems along the way. Trump's businesses had to declare bankruptcy a few times, and he had money problems over the years. These financial problems were often big news, making his empire look bad. People criticized him for doing shady business deals and not being ethical. He was always involved in lawsuits and accusations of bad behavior. But Trump, who was known for never giving up and with some help from his family's money, always seemed to recover. his ability to come back from tough times became a big part of who he was. No matter what got in his way, Trump found a way to turn it into an opportunity, which made him known as a tough and determined person in the real estate world. Trump understood that being really wealthy wasn't just about buildings, it was about building a brand. He knew that a strong brand could be more valuable than anything you could build and could create a legacy that lasts. And nothing represented the Trump brand better than Trump Tower, a symbol of his ambition and vision. It was a shiny skyscraper on Fifth Avenue that became a monument to his ego and showed how smart he was in business. The tower, with its famous gold front and super fancy insides, screamed wealth and exclusivity. It was designed to impress people, to amaze them, and to make a statement. But Trump's empire wasn't just about real estate. He put his brand on businesses in all sorts of industries, and you could always tell it was his. He put his name on everything from steaks to bottled water to an airline that didn't last very long. Each product was a piece of the Trump puzzle, adding to the larger-than-life persona he created. He even started a board game company because why not? It was another way to make his brand bigger and reach new people. Trump was a master of self-promotion, and his name, whether you liked it or not, became connected to a certain kind of success, the kind that was aspirational, but often over the top. He knew how to stay in the public eye and keep people talking. He wrote books, gave speeches to motivate people, and cultivated an image of a self-made billionaire who could teach anyone how to be successful. His book, The Art of the Deal, became a bestseller and made his reputation even stronger. His personal life, too, became something the tabloids loved to write about. Everything he did was watched closely, and every relationship was analyzed. His marriages, divorces, and lavish lifestyle were always interesting to people, and they liked to speculate about them. The public couldn't get enough of his larger-than-life persona. Whether you loved him or hated him, you couldn't ignore him. He was always in the media, always finding a way to stay relevant. Trump knew how to use the media to his advantage to promote his brand and get his message out there. He understood the power of headlines and sound bites. He understood the power of image, and he wasn't afraid to play the villain, the victim, or the hero, whatever the situation called for. This ability to adapt made him a fascinating figure, always keeping the public guessing and engaged.